Hello there, welcome to Crafting Unedited. I'm Sierra, as you may know, and if you don't know, that means you're not subscribed to my channel. You definitely should do that. But today, I'm going to show you how to apply a vinyl decal to a wood sign. So I have already prepped by staining. I've already prepped the wood by sanding and staining this piece of wood. And it is per customer's request to have this sign put on there. It says, warning, the only one that lives here that can't shoot a gun is the dog and she don't need one. Do not trespass. Apparently somebody's having some trespasser issues. So, my pleasure to help them out. So what I want to do is go ahead and wipe off the surface area of this piece of wood, and I had a towel over here, but I don't know where it went. So I'm just going to use my hand. So you just want to make sure that there's no fuzzies, no debris, no nothing on there. So what you'll need is your prepped wood sign. You want it to be sanded down, stained, everything before you put your decal on. You're going to want a felt lined scraper tool, your decal of course, and we will finish this off. I will finish this off later by coating it in a polyurethane coating, because there's a chance that it will be hung outdoors on a door. So want to make sure that it's treated for all weather, especially because I live in the north and it gets cold and snowy and rainy and gross. So it's not always sunshine here. So yeah, scraper tool, vinyl, wood, polyurethane coater. Now I use a foam brush to coat the entire thing. So all sides, edges, corners, front, back, everything gets a very thin layer of this polyurethane coating. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. You want to, again, just make sure that there's no debris hanging out on that sign there. It's pretty good. I've already got my transparent sheet on top of this, so I'm just going to give it a little bit more of a scraping here to make sure that it does come off with ease. And then go ahead and start peeling it off the backing. Maybe. Give it a little more love. Now I will forewarn, I have been having some issues with this contact paper. That's typically, it's the same brand that I always use. It's just Contact brand, clear matte contact paper, and I've never had issues with it, but recently, for some ungodly reason, it has been leaving a sticky residue on my vinyl. It's quite frustrating, but it comes off pretty easily. You just take a little alcohol pad and wipe over your vinyl with it, and all is good. But it's just a pain in the tush. Super sticky though. Oi. Just trying to remove the decal from the contact paper from the decal. I had to do it in two sections because I effed it up when I was cutting it yesterday. It happens, mistakes happen, we are human. You gotta learn to give yourself grace when that happens and just kind of roll with the punches. Don't stress about the small stuff. You want to try to not touch the actual vinyl sheet, but just the contact paper around it. When it's a full piece like this, it makes it pretty difficult to not touch the vinyl, but you also want to make sure that you don't go wrinkling it. Easiest way to remove the backing from your adhesive is to make sure that it is super flat. So you pull it back, folded flat, and you'll get the easiest peel off ever. The backing on this vinyl though, man, it's pretty thick. That's making it kind of hard to pull. I touched the vinyl. Try to make sure I don't pull out the O's and the insides of the G's and all that. Almost there. This backing is so thick. This is wildly thick. Jeez. Get to the edge here and ruin a little bit of a pain. There we go. Alright. Backing has been removed. And then we're gonna slide this around, trying not to touch the vinyl part, just the transfer tape. Some people use transfer tape, some people use contact paper. This has got mad static going, but that's okay. We are going to start from the bottom here. And this is the same size roughly as this, so I don't really need to worry about it being centered, because it's only about a 1/2 inch off. You want to just kind of, what I typically do is kind of go butts off to the side here just to make sure that I'm good. The good thing about working with wood signs is that they are not super sticky at first. So you can kind of wiggle your stuff around, make sure that you got it on there right before it actually adheres. So see, I just set it down gently, pick it up, look at it, looks pretty straight. And then once you've got it on there and you don't have wrinkles, this middle part is kind of not straight. So I'm going to actually do this in sections here. But first I need some scissors, which I don't have. Hold tight 1 second. This, my friends, is why you love me, because I don't edit it out. So I'm going to look on here and see which part is uneven a little bit, and it just looks like it's that top part that says warning. Maybe the whole thing's just crooked, but either way, I'm going to do this in separate sections because I don't like how it's not straight. Because it's not for me, it needs to be perfect. Alright, so we're going to do warning just right up here. Oops, stick that on, not to me, on to there. And then go ahead and cut. The bottom part from the middle part. So I've done a wood sign before using heat transfer vinyl, and that's in one of my videos as well. I love using iron-on for wood. It really does give it like a painted on look. However, it's not always feasible, you know, it's not the quickest method and it can be kind of a pain in the butt to do, but the look, it's worth it. Sometimes it's worth it in the end. All right, here we go. That's straight. All right, so now that we've got that on there, Got it kind of overlapping the W here. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this down. You can use either side of your scraping tool for this part because it's not going to hurt your decal any. Now when scraping this onto the, there's another word for this, but I always forget it, onto the wood, you want to make sure that you're really getting those edges on there really well, because if you don't and you go to pull it up, the edges will definitely come up. See? Again, same method here, push down, pull back. And it should come off rather easily. I just wanted to get part of this off but it looks like I gotta do the whole thing. That's all right. That's what you guys are here to watch though, right? You're here to watch me do this. And you can always kind of take your scraping tool as well and guide it that way along the edge of the scraping tool. It does tend to work pretty well, I must say. That was a trick I learned from somebody else. Thank you, whoever that was. And that works really, really good, actually. All right, and then once you've got the contact paper off, take the felt side, push it down just a little more. Okay, that part is done with. Give it a little more love in here. Again, extra mine to the corners. Arm's tired already. Get it on there good. Now the only thing is with this, you can stain the wood. However, if you use iron-on, you cannot stain the wood prior to adhering that iron-on. Trust me, it does not end well. So, if you're gonna use iron-on on the wood, do not stain it prior to. It won't end well. Alright, so we are just going to start in the corner, take the contact paper against the edge of my scraping tool here. The only bad thing is that my scraping tool is not as big as this decal. So, it's not going to all fit going across this bad boy. Oh, I lost the middle of it either. This is some super sticky contact paper. Oh, a little wrinkling going on there. Slow and steady is the way to do this. Do not rush. Rushing will lead to annoyances and mess ups, and then you gotta redo it. And then you're gonna rush through it even more so, and then you're gonna mess it up again. It's just not worth it. Take your time. As my kids would say, super satisfying to watch this unfold. As you can see, this contact paper is like crazy sticky. I don't know, did I get like a super stick one or something? Because this is wild. Oh, I'm stuck to the bottom decal here. Okay. And yes, you could reuse this if you wanted, but I don't know. It's kind of weirdly sticky. Alright, and then again, gently go over it once. Make sure that you don't catch any of the letters on your felt there. Making sure you get any air bubbles out. In my case, getting any of the sticky off from the contact paper. I'll take a little alcohol pad across that later. All right, now the bottom. Go over that. Nope. Ah, tea does not want to stay on there. It does come off much, much smoother if you use the scraping tool like I am right now. But it doesn't work if the scraping tool isn't wide enough for your decal. My tea got a little crooked there. Okay, now all I have to do is take a little bit of a white alcohol wipe because some of that stickiness from my contact paper did transfer over onto my decal. So I'll just take a little alcohol pad and kind of gently go over those areas where it is on there. You do not want to take too much alcohol to this because it will remove the decal. So just a little alcohol wipes is all you need. Got my hair on it, and then you'll take a foam brush and apply a thin layer of the polyurethane coating, and then your sign will be ready to go. If you want, you can always add on little hooks to the back or to the top. That way your customer can hang it wherever they'd like, or they can just stand it up like so. All right, so that, folks, that's how you make a wood sign using adhesive vinyl. This is just permanent vinyl. I purchased it from JPI Blanks. I can drop a link in the description for you if you would like, or I can shoot you a comment with the link to the store that I get my vinyl from. It is very, very, very awesome. Perfect amount of adhesion. It's really easy to weed, which I found fabulous. And if you're a crafter, you will find that fabulous as well. And I can definitely give you that link. I'd be more than happy to. So that's all I got for you today. Make sure that you subscribe so that you can see some more tutorials as I continue to learn and grow, and I continue to teach you how to do these crazy fun things. Until next time, my fellow crafters, we'll see you later.